Oh my gosh! Hello, this is a McDonald's Grimace milkshake, and this is last night.
Hi, do you have Grimace milkshakes?
Unfortunately, no, it's only a week on promotion.
So if you didn't know, Grimace was one of the characters from McDonald Land. I think that's what they called it. It was like the Hamburglar and obviously Ronald McDonald, all that kind of stuff. And he was like this big purple blob. Now, to celebrate the 52nd birthday of Grimace, quite close to getting his McPension, they brought out for roughly a month in America this temporary berry-flavoured purple milkshake. Canada also did it earlier in May this year for a temporary run, and in the UK right now, McDonald's as a whole, not just Grimace, it is their 50th anniversary, so they also temporarily did it. However, I missed out.
Can I get an iced coffee at all, like a latte?
You know what, it might surprise you, but as a middle-aged man, I'm not really that disappointed about that, especially as an account I followed on Instagram called UK Snack Attack posted this. They kind of do like mythical foods that don't exist, so we are going to try and create this actual image. That is a Grimace meal involving a latte, it looks like an iced latte, a purple burger, and then also purple French fries. So that's water and milk. I quite like doing that with my dough sometimes, so this needs to be warm to help our yeast. That's going in the microwave for about 45 seconds. And I'm just dumping on a sachet of yeast. And then we've got some sugar here just to feed it, to help it. You can see already this is starting to foam and bubble, so that yeast is getting to work. We'll leave this for about 5 minutes. So whilst that yeast has been doing its thing, I've prepped some of the other ingredients and also reminisced about one of the only magic tricks I know. So let's grab an unnecessarily large mixing bowl. Plain flour, baking powder, salt. So this is quite vibrant. This is sweet potato powder, also known as yam powder, because I think it's another name for a sweet potato, isn't it? So this is ground up sweet potato powder that has got an incredible, is it violet? Are we going violet? Are we going purple? I don't know. As long as they're purplish, okay? Purplish. If Prince released the song Purple-ish Rain, it would back me up right now. If you can see, the yeast has got a heck of a head on it. It's like Guinness. So I'm going to add about like half of it. Whoa. But I also found this blueberry food colouring online. This is generally blueberry extract. That smells more like nail varnish, but the flour, to be fair, does actually smell like sweet potato. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with that. Yeah, so just to show you before I let them rest properly, I would say 4 of them I've gone slightly more flatter. Now, I might regret that, but for the buns, remember 2 parts of it. The middle bun, which to be fair, I could just trim a rounded one anyway, and the bottom are flat. But this one here, and this one at the back here, I've sort of like clawed them, like kept pincering them. Whereas these ones, I did the same but patted them down. So hopefully you can see the rounding there. It'll be interesting to see what that happens once they rest. And that's taken me so long that our other dough is ready, so I'm gonna have double the amount to play with. All right, so on this tray, I've got a mix of the ones we did first of all and the second batch, which was slightly larger, and they have actually increased in size. This is good. So you might be wondering why they're on pieces of baking parchment, and this is partially your fault. On the recent Kitchen Gadget video, I found that hot dog steamer. I talked about like doing a whole video on that, how steaming is amazing. I wanted to steam the buns. So, in here, I've got 4 of them, okay? I don't want to get upset, but I've only got 2 tiers. We are gonna steam the buns. But first, this is our chance to decorate the tops. So just a little bit of water. And then, I completely forgot we're making a Big Mac, sesame seeds on top. And we're just gonna leave a little bit of a vent there for the steam to go up through. We keep it on the heat, so it's bubbling away now for 25 minutes. In the oven, it should take about 15. Plus with that, unless I try and peek through there and steam my eyeball, I can't see what's going on. And of course, more of the traditional baked. We will find one that works. Whilst I'd love to have a coffee right now, have a little bit of a break, it is nearly lunchtime, but I feel we can at least make the Big Mac sauce. Just scraped some mayonnaise into here. There's loads of different variations of Big Mac sauce. So this is one that someone sent me recently. I was like, oh, I'm gonna try this one. So paprika, garlic and onion powder, vinegar, salt, gherkins. I only like gherkins because of McDonald's. I think that's like maybe half the world. Shimmy of mustard. And apparently this mixed together. Oh, yeah, that's actually really close. All right, the buns are done. We've had some interesting results, but I think we've got something. Yeah, these are the oven ones I've just taken off the wire rack. It was really easy to lift them off. And you can see like 1 or 2 of them, like this middle one there, has got some feet on it, which isn't a massive problem. But the bigger one, this one here, and that one together, are going to be absolutely perfect. All right, let's have a look at these then. Oh, wow. They look really vibrant in comparison. Really tender. They've actually split slightly, but fluffy. And this is the, oh my word. Look at that one. Oh, as much as I love it. We've got two there that could do a job, but I think I'm going to stay with the baked ones just to be sure. But it's a fun experiment, and these will get eaten. Cold McDonald's fries. I think there was a video where someone left these for ages and they still look the same or something. I've got a couple in the box here just to help me get roughly the right dimensions. I might make mine slightly thicker, just so they're a bit stronger, but we've got to make them purple first. So for now, we've got some fairly innocent potatoes about to be softened up so that we can mash them. Fairly normal, right? Now, the one thing I don't want to add in is moisture. I want to try and get it to grip and hold together. So this is some corn flour. We're going to add some of the blueberry flavoring, which of course is a little moisture, but that's hardly anything really in the big scheme of things. And also purple food dye. This, in a minute, should go really floury and dry and horrible. But as we work through and break it down, I can even see it already. Look at that. I can see. But I really want to keep it, as tempting as it is to add milk in there, I really want to keep it, as it cools, pliable, so it's got some strength in it so we can shape it into the fries and even cut them into that shape. It's working really, really well. Oh my gosh. Behold, this is a load of purple mashed potato. This is a McDonald's French fry for scale. Use a rolling pin to get it nice and thin. Okay. Wow. Grimace, you got squished. If I just hold this one up to you, yeah, they are really, really delicate. I hope these fry okay. I've got a lot of fries to make, so I'll see you in a bit. This is how they make them in the factory, okay? So I'm just starting to get tuck warmed up. These are what they look like. This is either gonna go one of two ways, but first, buns. This is the same mix, and the difference between baking them, look at that, it's almost made it like light pink, hasn't it? Whereas steaming it, that true color has stayed in there. So I'm gonna halve this because I've got another one here. Look how vibrant they look. If they hold their shape, we are using these. So if I aim, oh, it's going through nice. Taking my time. Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. We are doing this, we are so doing this. Looks like a red lettuce when you cut it in half. Look, that's our middle section. Right, we'll toast all of these face sides. Oh my word, this is amazing. That is absolutely bonkers. Look at that. We'll still have this though. So just charring those cut face sides, the top, the bottom, the middle one. I've actually trimmed both sides, so I'm gonna toast either side of that. Nothing too crazy, look, just like that. A very strange day. It's blooming fun. So now we know the rough shape of the buns that we're using. I've got two beef patties here that I've seasoned with salt and pepper. I've made them slightly bigger because they tend to shrink a bit, but that's looking pretty good. Oh, boom chicka, wow, wow. So I'm gonna go for this. There's about 10 in there. 160C. Is it all gonna turn into mush and float everywhere? Or are we gonna have purple Grimace fries? Oh my gosh! Oh, I haven't even got kitchen towel ready because I was not thinking it was going to work. Here we go. Look! Actual purple fries. They have held their shape. They're staying as one. That is amazing. Right, I've got loads more to do. Right, that's enough. It's a really basic bodge, but if you want your chips or fries to taste like McDonald's ones, that's literally all you need. There we are, proper Grimace fries. And this, out of everything we've done today, is the thing that's gonna possibly worry me the most, because look how dark that is. I'm just adding some ice anyway, but some of that will be in the glass. I've got some sugar here. We'll get our blueberry extract again. I wasn't planning on using this as much. For now, it's all about this. So I'm doing 1 part coffee. Ooh, there we go. To 4 parts milk. Looks like a Guinness that's been poured wrong. I'm going to slowly add in some of this extremely strong food colouring, which, oh my gosh, look at that already. This stuff, you don't normally need that much, but because it's already got a little bit of the coffee in there, I'm going to put in a fair, oh my word. Oh my word, there we go. Oh wow. But they don't class it as purple, they call it violet. But even despite all that colour, we've still got the coffee in there, the milk and the sugar. That is, by all accounts, a Grimace latte. Let's have a look then. That is coffee. Remember that? This is not a drill. That is coffee. Blueberries here. I'll tell you what, I should work for Mcdonald's designing their menu. Look at that. That is our Grimace latte. And I actually don't think I'm going to Grimace drinking that. I might be when I'm trying to get this food dye off my fingers. Which looks quite pretty actually. Speaking of pretty, there is our Grimace latte. Loving the blueberries on top. And last but not least, our Grimace fries. Which do not want to stand up on their own. What a day. Look, it's absolutely bonkers. Well, I was keeping it all nice and warm, but by the time I'm taking photos with it and just giving my reaction of visually seeing it lined up, it's pretty cold. Burger, I don't mind, but I mean, the fries, I should have tried one earlier. Whoa, it's not warm, but that tastes so like it. It's got the crunch, it's got the soft middle, they're thin enough. Just adding that salt on there makes it taste like McDonald's fries. Right, let's try this. Gee, oh, the buns feel so, where is this going? They feel like really soft. Wow. That's a Big Mac, all right, blimey. Right, let's try this. It does look like it should be like a fruit drink, doesn't it? Well, it is. Nope. Nope. That is actually really nice. Oh, I got a little blueberry then. That was amazing. A burst of explosion-y, fruity blueberryness. I think out of the three, that's my favourite for the simplicity. That's really nice. I genuinely think they should sell that. I mean, they sort of did with it being a milkshake. Other than the way it's prepared and the coffee being in it, there's probably not too much of a difference between that there. That's really nice. The fries are really good, really fun, and there's loads of ways we could go with that in the future maybe. And the Big Mac tastes identical, but inside this box is a McDonald's McFlurry maker from the 2000s that I won on eBay from America. And I've just looked, yeah, I did spend £85 on this, although the actual thing itself wasn't that much. It was just like shipping it from overseas to get it to me. But look, I literally, and it did list it as unused. It does have the 2 dessert mixes. So I don't understand why some of it is opened and some of it isn't. Maybe this is some of the original packaging and there is a much bigger story behind all this. So there's one other bit, like I said, there's this thing here. It looks just really barbaric. There are no instructions inside. It doesn't tell me what to do with this, but I believe this might cover, just from the evidence, there's these sort of like prongs sticking down there, and that very much looks like this. Because one of the things it says, ensure the switch plate is in the closed position. So if we can figure out how to get this thing on, does that go like that? Oh, have I done it? Oh no, cool. Nope. Gosh. No, twist it to lock it. Is that going to lock it? We've done it, we've done it. Look, that is open. Can you see that hole there? Look there very carefully. And now that's closed. Right, it might be better if I open it. Ready? Ah, that's amazing. But if we end now, is that, yeah. Okay, everything has been washed, but I have to be honest, the only thing I didn't wash was this thing because I do not want to try and take it out again. And I don't think that I've still fully got it in there because I have to move this white thing to make it like stay in there and not fall out. But everything else is washed. There were some random hairs on it. So I do think that this has been used in some form. So for our sanity, what we'll do is we will make some using the out-of-date dessert mix. I might have a tiny, tiny taste of it. If it then works, we could then do maybe our own version of an up-to-date one where things are, well, in date. And then lastly, and the reason why there's a McFlurry in my freezer, we will probably try and clone something. But let's just see what this out-of-date stuff looks like. Oh, wow, that smells sweet. That smells really, really sweet. Blimey. Well, it looks all right, doesn't it? And it has been, like, airtight. Transferred it to this little ramekin, and genuinely, it smells absolutely fine. Just sugar, and to be honest, you don't need this. This is just, it's just a sweetener. Now it says to fill the upper unit around the metal canister, so around this bit, with ice cubes. So this is a lot like a traditional ice cream maker in that you would normally put the metal thing, you would normally put this in the freezer overnight to really make it cold, except we're forcing that cold by surrounding it in ice cubes. And it's also telling me to get warm water, 3/4 of a cup, which is 180 ml, which is also the same amount of half and half, which is basically in the UK, I think sometimes people say a mix of full fat cream, no, single cream and full fat milk, but I'm gonna go for double cream just because of the fat content. But we'll get the water in. Nice. So I don't know why it's telling me to add warm, because that would have accelerated the ice being, well, melted. Oh, now we've got to get the salt in, hang on. I'm just going to wing it like this. Oh, gosh. I'm sure I could have done that way neater. I think some of it's gone in with there. And I can't tell because it's the same colour. 3/4 of a cup of cream with the dessert mix. Okay, I'm not going any higher than that. That's pretty much fooled it. Did I say fooled it? Right, so apparently this smaller lid, that fin goes in it. That sits up there like that. And we stick it in there. Oh my word. Ooh. Well, that's gone well, hasn't it? But then this goes over the top of that. Oh, and that stays in place. Okay, cool. So this fin thing doesn't really do that much officially. Oh, why is it not going down? Why is it not? Oh my God, I've put too much ice in it. Oh no. Okay. There you go. Crank the handle clockwise for 4 to 6 minutes for best results. Oh. Okay. It did not like it for the first turn. But we're now making a McFlurry. How authentic, just like they do in the restaurants. Says it's my first go. Let's just have a quick look for our sanity. Oh, wow, look. Oh, wow, that's freezing. Oh, my gosh, and the handle just fell off. Brilliant. Ah, we can do this. We can do this. This really is a strange piece of kit. That's for 6+ as well. This is proper, like, manual labour. Right, it's actually been nearly 10 minutes, and it does actually say on the top here, I can't show it to you, but it says turn for 4 to 6 minutes or until your McFlurry treat rises to the top. It hasn't done that. Oh, wow. Now, this is my first attempt, so I'm just going to go easy on it. Look, that's the lid. Wow. There is ice cream effect on the edges. But isn't that another lid there? Oh, gosh, that's wedged on there. Oh my word. That is definitely soft serve texture. Right. I did do it longer than it said. Oh no, this is so messy. I'm covering myself in nearly 20-year-old ice cream mix. Right, let's get the plunger out. Blimey. So apparently we put our cup under there. We changed this to open, which was, oh my gosh, that way. Nothing has come through yet, but here is our plunger. So we'll push down. Oh, look at that. Is anything coming out? Yes, it is. Can you see it? It's just about coming through there. There we go. There's the right angle for it. Right, hang on. And it's completely covered. Come on, get through. Look how much is in there. That is absolutely pathetic. Oh my word. So we can spoon the rest of it. See, there's a little, look, that is actually not bad at all, is it? Get that out of there and into our cup. Look, there is hardly any ice cream in there. Look, that's horrendous. Like, we've done shrinkflation from the 2000s to modern day. That's everything I can get out of it. That is all of it. Oh no. And to be fair to it, there is a little bit more welded on the sides, but that is proper clinging on. That is like real ice cream. It's not even worth me getting that, because by the time I do that, this is going to thaw out, and sprinkles. This is what sprinkles from 2007 look like. They all look quite dusty, but they're holding themselves together, aren't they? Right. So just to be fair to it, I have put it in the freezer to try and hold the consistency it's got, so we've got to stir it through, because this has got so messy. Even some of the cream has got in with the ice. That is still so really, really cold and really nice. But you can see how that theory has really worked. That first bit, as you're churning it, that cold is mixing in and setting it all. It did take 10 minutes though, and I'm not a 6-year-old. So let me clean this all up, and we'll stir in the sprinkles, because we've got a method to do that, remember. So let's shimmy in, I don't know, like 2/3 of the sprinkles. Make sure that spoon is at the bottom, put our lid on top. Oh my gosh, this is so awkward. And now this should fit on there. Yes, we are making a McFlurry. This is churning it. Oh wow. If anything, it's sort of accelerated the melting. So what you're supposed to do, and obviously compared to the box where it's bulging out the top, add your sprinkles on top. And I would actually genuinely need to probably make about 6 times more to get it to fill there. I'm not doing that. I mean, it smells okay. Oh, tastes like a cold cake. I had a sprinkle, and it just kind of like, poof. When I bit into it, it just kind of like just completely disintegrated. Like, finally, I'm free. There was no sweetness in the sprinkle whatsoever. It just tasted like a bit of chalk. But that is thick. I'm not going to have any more, just in case, you know. Just from experience, for me, this is the thing that's the most critical thing to keep cool the cream, okay? So no dessert mix in there, but a massive wedge of vanilla. And this is where I really wish, like, it would have a separate section for this, because it probably should have added the salt first. It tells you to do this last. But again, the mixer goes in, and that gets, I guess that's what rises up, because it wants to sink to the bottom, but it can't because of that level. Come on. Ugh. Okay, I've really filled that up. See you in a bit.
Cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray.
I will say, a little bit like the apple pie maker, although this really could do with being non-slip. It keeps sliding everywhere. It really needs some non-slip feet on it. This is a lot of fun, but this one is just ridiculous. I've got to hold it like this. Ridiculously tough. I can really see a 6-year-old doing this though. I've got to really hold it down. Right, come on. Ooh, this really well set on the top. I'm just going to go with whatever this is now. And that is completely wedged in there now. Come on, out you come. Ugh. What an absolute nightmare. I think we've almost possibly made it too thick. And that is coming out. That is coming out. Right, this is, I have to use a cloth to push this down. It is just coming through. Can you see it? There we go. Oh, wow. That is so worth it, Barry. Oh, my word. And just like before, that stuff that hasn't come through, we can put it in there too. Oh, no. Some of it has clung really, really well. To the point where it's actually like made this bit here like seize too much. Look at that skid mark from where I've just moved it as well. Oh my word, what a messy, messy toy. I think toy is the right word, because it's like, do you imagine a 6-year-old doing that and you're like, why have you made such a mess? If you ever had a 6-year-old kid that had this, feel sorry for them now. Well, also, it could be one of you, like you might be in your mid-20s watching this going, I was right. Mum and Dad were a bit harsh on me. It is a very messy thing. But I think we will try one more time to try and make that plunger thing work. And we might add some milk in just to thin out our cream a little bit. And obviously I didn't put in the powder in the end. I didn't go for my banana powder. So I just want one of those questions today, like why the heck am I doing this? Why the heck am I wearing swimming shorts indoors? But let's rotate that in. A couple of mixes, a couple more on top. Honestly, I am so sticky. This is bonkers. Right, let's try this one. if I can find some space amongst them. I mean, look, I don't know if the camera's showing it to you. Look at all that mess behind me. Oh my word. But this is in-date cream with some vanilla inside, fresh vanilla and up-to-date sprinkles. Ooh. Oh, that is good. The only thing I do wish now is I did put some sort of flavouring in, because that is basically extremely cold double cream. It does need some sugar in there. It's fair to say that vanilla flavour did actually lift that. If it wasn't for that, it would have just been cold cream. Which does sort of show like what this did to it. It has actually lifted it, the dessert mix. So maybe, I mean, I didn't put in the banana flavouring in the end, or the chocolate one, which I probably will for this last one. Let's roll back to last night.
Hello everybody, I am just on my way to get a McFlurry. It's quite late at night, and normally the McFlurry machine isn't even working, so we'll find out.
Hi, what can I get for you?
Hi, can I get a McFlurry, please?
Of course, can McFlurry, would you like?
Do you have a Galaxy one?
Yep.
Oh, can I just get one of those, please?
Of course, can. Anything else?
That's it, thanks.
All right, next window.
Cheers.
When you're ready.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, the McFlurry machine is working. We have something to compare with. It's also 9 o'clock at night and I'm really tired. Like 80% of the time we come here, like genuinely, it's never working. You end up getting like an apple pie instead. Currently in this like massive queue with people like getting their actual dinner, like burgers and chips and stuff. And I'm just sat here getting an ice cream that I'm not even going to eat. Living the dream. The actual irony is, it's called fast food. And I've now been sat here like longer than it will take me to get around the supermarket. So this is what a McFlurry Galaxy thing looks like. This is going to go in my freezer tonight. It's just vanilla ice cream, not chocolate. Caramel sauce and some chocolate rounded pebbles. So not even pieces of Galaxy caramel in there. So I might be able to enhance it if we get to that step. And that guy's just doing a massive shop. Hello, mate. I don't know why I bought this, actually. Like, genuinely, I don't know why. I think the whole purpose of me trying to buy this was that it was going to be, oh, sorry, our McFlurry machine is broken. But now it's not. I've like literally got a McFlurry that I don't need. But visual comparison, that's why. Right, let's go over.
There you are, and if you're wondering what a McFlurry looks like once it's been in the freezer overnight, the paper spoon is held firm, actually. That's pretty good. I thought it was going to just like disintegrate. That's why it's soft serve, because that is rock solid. But under there is hopefully some caramel sauce and those chocolate chips. So I'm going to do the opposite now. I've been letting those freeze. I'm going to let this thaw out for a minute. We'll give it a try. But there is no way I'm going to make that amount of ice cream, or it's going to take me about 2 weeks. So I'm waiting for this to thaw out, and I was like, just lifted it out like this. Look. I got a McFlurry on a stick. That's amazing. Look at all the caramel and the chocolate chips that have gone to the other end. Ooh. I've got some competition there. Right, let's try and... I'm going to try and clone that, but I might enhance it slightly. So this time, I'm actually going to put the salt in first, because that does all get mixed through, and I can't deny there was a little bit of salt in that last one, and by the looks of it, there definitely will be in this one. However, it might have fallen through because I haven't closed it yet. This is some of that banana pudding mix, and I've actually put in, it'd probably be hard to see, a little bit of vanilla again too, okay? To kind of make a bodged vanilla banana powder. I'll get the water in now as well. What I'm trying to do, and that's what I think has worked quite well, is kept the cream as cold as I can for as long as I can. It's the last thing going in. This is cream that's got a little bit of milk in it, okay? So it might be a little less thick than last time. This thing back on top, which has seen some really crazy things today, and that is a lot more secure, okay? And it doesn't look like it right now, but we're gonna attempt to clone the caramel McFlurry. Oh, that's so much smoother. Feeling good about this. I'll see you in a bit. But you see, this plunger here, this is what I think it's supposed to go in line. Can you see that indent there? Just the side of it. There's one side where it slides down. Here we go. Right, I felt a bit of a bite there. That's good or bad. That, oh my God, is not moving. What if I go that way? No. It is not going down whatsoever. Oh, it stinks of banana and vanilla. Amazing. That well-known ingredient for the caramel McFlurry. But look how much it has actually gone down by doing that. That was what I was trying to do. Just push that cap down further. But it's wedged. Have I got anything in there? Oh, yes, I have. Yes, I have. And it's quite runny. It smells nice, though. Oh, my God. Oh, this machine is so messy. Oh. See, some of it is really well set. Look at this here, look. That's what I want to use this for, to push it down. And that works. Wow. That literally does work. That pushes some out. I hope you saw that more than I did. In fact, I can see it just about. There we go. Go on. This is so weird. I don't know what happened there, but I just got a lot of salt on my thumb. To be fair though, I've just scraped it out and there's quite a bit of ice cream in that. Like out of all of it on the sides, that is how clean that scrape was. It's pretty good. Back in the freezer and I'll prep these filling ingredients to really make it caramel. And actually there's a lot there, isn't there? That's probably the most I've ever got. The one thing that's just come to me, as hard as this has been for me today, like the person that originally had this, they did not use the sprinkles and particularly the dessert mix. So what the heck did they do with it? Or why did they just buy it and remove the instructions, then send it to me? I just don't understand. So I think we've done fairly well. Let's enhance this. It's not going to be a true contest, but remember these chocolate chips? Well, I found a fairly similar version in the supermarket. I've also got some caramel sauce. And last but not least, a Galaxy Caramel McFlurry does actually need, well, genuine Galaxy Caramel, doesn't it? And to be honest, the size of it, I'm probably going to need like maybe 2 chunks. Well, here we go then, folks. Why go all the way to McDonald's for a McFlurry? Sorry, I mean, I could actually pimp this out now and make it look like it properly did. I've got all the ingredients too, but it is getting there. Oh my gosh, what a messy video. Oh my gosh. Put the McFlurry down, Barry. Oh my word. Yes, when you've got your own here, which, like I say, that's like filled up massively. We got quite a good amount out of there. Still doesn't justify a cup that size, but I would argue that that probably wouldn't fit in that. So here we go. We'll shimmy in some of our chocolate pebbles, some of the caramel chocolate, and then the majority of the caramel too. So I'm leaving a little bit of every bit to go on top because hopefully this will get blended in. Hopefully this is mostly hidden. Look at that. Okay, cool. But let's finish on top with some more chocolate pebbles. Little extra pieces of actual Galaxy Caramel. Fresh bit of caramel on the top there like that. And maybe just like 1 stir, just so you can still see it a little bit. There we go. We've got caramel in there, chocolate chips in there, actual Galaxy Caramel too, and the flavouring, the vanilla and banana. And the banana is actually a mild flavour. It's really put in because of that sugar content, and that has completely lifted that. You've got the caramel and the chocolate chunks adding texture to that sweetened base. And I feel like I've dropped a considerable amount of salt in there because there's a slight tang to it, which brings out flavour in chocolate, as we found out. That is really, really good. But let's be honest, I think on behalf of every parent in the world that ever bought their kid one of these in the early 2000s, if you were a kid around about this time in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, or even now that has one of these and you're struggling with it, I feel sorry for you. This is a really unnecessarily complicated machine. However, if you're happy to spend nearly 100 quid on eBay, it's worked, you get used to it, you've got to adapt it and be patient. I think I've got repetitive strain injury, but I can't deny, with a little bit of help from my freezer, there's definitely salt in there. It's actually okay.